What's going on? If you were a high level elite athlete, you worked your ass off for your sport, whatever it was. I was a basketball player, but now you're still training, but your body isn't really like following along with how hard you're training. This video is for you. Now, I say that because that was me. That was me. And nobody talks about why this happens, and really nobody talks about it happening at all. I don't see it too much, and that's why I coach what I do and why I want to help former athletes is because it is so common, and that was me. I can totally 100% relate with that. So, and now kind of a little backstory on who I am, who I was as an athlete, who I am now. Back then, whenever I played basketball, I played college basketball. And I was an elite athlete. I had many accomplishments. I don't really ever talk about any of my accomplishments, but I have many accomplishments and achievements throughout my entire career. And something that we have during sports that we don't really think too much about during the sports are things like structure. So whenever you think of structure, I go to your practices, your coaches, your team, the season itself, the accountability you get from the coaches, the team, and just your everything about the practices. You have to show up for something, not just for yourself, but you're showing up for many other people, right? No matter what your sport is, even if it's a single sport, you still have a coach you're showing up for, right? So then what happens when sports ended? You lose schedule. There's nobody telling you what to do, where to be, how to do it, when to do it, all those things. You're still competitive and you still feel like you want to compete at something and you want to do really good at everything. So you still have that edge, but then you're still disciplined, but you just don't have a direction. You're directionless basically. So it's not like you don't, and like for me, it's like I didn't lose my discipline. I lost my structure. I lost my team. I lost my coach. I lost practices. Like I lost a plan that was given to me. Like we always had a plan that was given to us for our practices. We go out, this is exactly what you're going to do. And it's broken down literally minute by minute what you're going to do. That's so much structure. And then on game days, we had an exact game plan of this is breakfast, this is what you're going to do for lunch, this is shoot around, this is XYZ, this is what you're going to wear. Like literally everything is laid out. And then whenever that was gone, it's like, I didn't realize how much I relied on that and how much it basically was controlling my life for me. I didn't realize all that. So the shift that really no one warns us about is that exactly. Now it's us going from being an elite athlete, having so much structure in our day to day, and then going to out of transitioning out of that and going into the working professional life. And then to take it a step farther, then they don't even teach us, or they don't even talk about us, they don't even warn us about the identity shift from being an elite athlete to being a working professional, but then also now having a family, having a spouse, having kids, whatever that is, and juggling all of that on top of like now you still want to be competitive and you still want to be fit and healthy. It was a huge identity shift for me. So losing that built-in identity of this is who I was over here to this transition period to this person over here was hard. It was tough. There's still times I still like have different things that challenge me on that transition. So trying to train like an athlete while living over here, it doesn't really work, right? I did that. I was, still I wanted to be this athlete over here. This is how we were taught to train because this is what we had to do to go win national championships, to go win on the scoreboard was you have to do this, 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 and this. And that's what's going to be going for you to achieve that goal. And it could have been like, for me, 2 days. That's what I always think about is 2 days. We would have going into the beginning of season, it would be us having 2 practices a day. One might be a shoot around, one might be more conditioning style. But those were things that I had in my mind. But training like an athlete is what comes to mind is like, let's go do 2 days. Let's go sweat. Let's go work our ass off. Let's go work as hard as we possibly can and do a practice or a workout every single day. Like that's what's going to get to the result. That's what I had in my mind because again, that's what we were taught whenever we played sports. So then now coming over here into adult life, it feels frustrating because I used to think, or it was frustrating, and I used to think for me to get the physique that I wanted, for me to be healthy and fit, I had to work out more. I had to sweat more. I had to do 2 days. I had to do running. I had to do lifting. I had to do all of these things to get results, but that wasn't the case. So I'm over here thinking like I need to do more and I'm doing more than the average person, but I was not looking the way I wanted to look, right? And I wasn't feeling good. I just overall wasn't getting the results I wanted. Like I had the image in my mind. I see influencers on social media of the people that I wanted to look like. And I'm like, that's the body type I want. And so I was like, they must train like an athlete, like meaning they train a lot. And that wasn't the case. So I was still like training to prepare for a season, but there's no season anymore. It's just life, right? So like, why does our body respond differently now versus whenever we were competitive elite athletes, high level athletes? Well, one, just we're not moving as much throughout the day. How you moved around throughout the day and whenever you played your sport, whether it was high school, whether it was college, whether it was post college, you're just moving more, right? Your job was that. And even if it wasn't like your job, say like in college, like it is like me, or post college, like it is like a job, it's just say like middle school, high school, like you're still up and moving for classes. You're still being just an active young person, right? Now we go into adult life and you're sitting at a desk all day long. right? Most people sit at a desk majority of their day. So just less overall daily movement. Career, we have the career, we have relationships, we have family, we have just life shit. Stress, right? There was less stress then you might not even think about it, but like you might think, oh, I was super stressed out with just practices and all of that stuff going on. Like, yeah, maybe. But now with all of these things, career, relationships, life, all of those things, and that's all that you're trying to throw in health and fitness, like it's just overall more stress. Less recovery. We had so much recovery when we played sports. Like our coaches would make us do cold plunges. Our coaches would make us do stretching. Our coaches would make us do mobility. We would do the Normatex, the Theraguns, like foam rolling. Like that, there was so many different techniques and different things of recovery that our coaches would have us do that in the moment we probably didn't even think about it. So now here we are in our adult life. It's like go, 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 go. And then on top of that, you're over here trying to train every single day. There's just no recovery happening. Under fueling. Whenever we're elite athletes, like for me, it was like, we had food all the time. For game days, like food was just given to us. After game, food, like it was just like constantly our coaches like, eat this, eat this, eat this. And so then now here we are over here and we're too busy, with our careers trying to juggle everything. If you have kids, it's like you're trying to just get home and make food for the kids. And then you just kind of like don't even think about it for yourself. So you're just under fueling now. And then it could be now that we're after 30, things just aren't the same as whenever we were in our teens or in our 20s. Hormones might be different, metabolism might be a little bit different. But overall, it's like our body is not broken. It's just we're still trying over here. You're thinking that you need to live in this environment, but that's not true. It's just not living in that same environment that we used to. We have to get that out of our mindset. So the biggest mistakes that I see former athletes make, and I have made them myself, is thinking that you have to have more intensity instead of structure. So that was the thing is I was doing Orange Theory, I was doing kickboxing, I was doing CrossFit, I was doing lifting, I was doing running. Like I was doing all of these things because I thought like doing all these things, like that's what's going to get the results. More intensity on all these. Work harder, no pain, no gain. That's where my mindset was, and that's not true. We need more structure. And that's once I found that out, that completely changed the game for me. So that was mistake number one that I was making. Mistake number two is cutting my calories way too steep. Like I was trying to eat super healthy, like and super clean. And then I was basically just super underfueling myself. And so then whenever I was like at my like smallest, which is not what I wanted, which maybe at that time I thought that is what I wanted, but overall I was just not eating enough and I was cutting my calories way too low to where I couldn't even build any muscle. I had no energy. So then if I don't have enough, so if I don't have enough calories, I'm not building any muscle. I'm not getting that physique that I wanted. And then again, adding more workouts, like that was another one that goes right back with intensity, doing the 2-a-days. Like that's another mistake I made. Trying to outwork a lifestyle problem. So drinking, like that was a big one. I like to go out and party. I like to drink. I like to eat fast food. So like I had the idea of like, okay, if I do this, then tomorrow, like I will do an extra workout or I will go running to go burn this off when that is not what's needed and that's not going to be helpful. So you can't train your way out of lack of structure. And once I made that shift of realizing like I need that same structure that I had when I played sports now in my life, and I need it now more than ever. I need it more now than I did when I even played sports. So you can't train your way out of lack of structure. So how do we fix it for life? Like, how do we fix this problem? Number one is replace motivation. Get rid of that word motivation. I hate that word. I don't want to use it. I don't let my clients use it, but replace motivation with systems. Motivation is an emotion. Systems is not an emotion. It's not something that is going to wake up one day and not feel like doing it. No, systems is just something that you do. It is an action that you can go step by step and do. Whereas motivation, again, you're going to wake up every day is going to be feeling something different. So for example, training days are planned. For me, my training days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Okay. So that is no matter what. Those are my training days. If something comes up, if say I'm traveling one day or I'm going to be somewhere where I don't have a gym, then I will adjust one of those days. Like say if I'm traveling on a Friday, then I'll move it to Thursday or Saturday. But those are my days. I make sure to get my days in. And then nutrition. Nutrition needs to be simplified. I see too many times from especially my clients where I hear people all the time like I need a recipe or I'm doing this XYZ meal, like, and it's always so extravagant. Like it's always so over the top. My meals are so simple, and that is what helps me get results and what helps me maintain. But this is what's going to help all my clients. Every single time a client comes in there and they're being too crazy with their meals, I'm like, dumb it down. Like simple, like 3 ingredients. And what I mean by that is, for example, like beef and potatoes and a veggie, asparagus. Okay. So it could be like a burger bowl, basically, is what that comes to my mind when I think of that. Something I had today was rice, shrimp, and zucchini. Put some sriracha, some soy sauce on it, and like that's it. Like simple meals like that. Snack, yogurt with fruit. Pre-workout can be fruit and honey. Like stuff like that is so simple. And majority of that, like I just listed, like whole foods, the less processed, the better. Okay, so simplify your nutrition. And then non-negotiables instead of perfection. Okay. So just meaning like, don't try to be perfect every single day. Just show up, do your non-negotiables. So maybe that's 10,000 steps a day. Like that is one I always make. That's one of my clients. It's like, I don't care like how you feel, what's going on, but one non-negotiable is you hit your 10,000 steps every single day. And that might seem like over the top for you if you're not used to hitting that, but I promise you I have every single one of my clients doing it. Some of them sit at a desk for 8, 9, 10 hours a day and they still get their 10,000 steps. So how to fix it? this number one is replace motivation with systems. Your systems are have a plan for training, know what days you're training and when you're going to go for walks throughout the day. Simplify your nutrition, make it so stupid simple, and then have non-negotiables instead of trying to be perfect with everything every single day. Step number two is going to be train like you are an adult now, not like you're a college athlete, because you're not a college athlete anymore. Yes, you're still an athlete for life and you still want to feel like an athlete, but you are not in college anymore. You are not in high school anymore, whatever it is that you played. Like, so let's train like an adult. You don't need to train 5, 6, 7 days a week. All of my clients, including myself, train 3 to 4 days a week, strength training. So lifting 3 to 4 days a week. Stop doing so much HIIT. Stop doing so much sweating. Like, it's not needed. Unless like you enjoy running and you're training for, say, a marathon, then yes, you'll have to do some sort of HIIT training or running training. But if your goal is just to lose some body fat and just to gain some muscle and just feel and look athletic, then you need to cut back on the amount of running and HIIT that you are doing. Be more intentional with your strength training, and that is going to translate over to way better results than you doing a whole bunch of running and HIIT. Walk more. I can't say this enough. This one is super underrated. Walk more. If you are getting only like the average person, like I think it is now, is like 3 to 5,000 steps, if that. So get more steps. Do little micro walks. Whenever you have a 5-minute break, go for a walk around your building. You have a 3-minute break, go for a walk around your building. Get a walking pad. I have a walking pad in my apartment. I use it for meetings. I use it whenever it's raining outside. All of my clients, I highly recommend all my clients to get one, whether it's at their house or at their place of work if it works out for them to do that. But overall, just walk more. Schedule walks into your days. And then act like recovery freaking matters. It mattered then, so why do we think it doesn't matter now? Like, make sure that you are having recovery days. So again, my workout days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are my recovery days and active recovery days. So I don't just sit around and do nothing, right? So Tuesdays or Fridays, one day a week, I'll do some boxing for an hour session, something that I love doing, something that is I'm learning to do, it's something fun. It's not strength training, yes, it is like I would say cardio, but not, it's not like, it's something fun. Okay. Do something fun. Go hiking, go play pickleball, go play your sport of choice. Like, go do something fun and move more. And that's an active rest day. And then my Saturday is usually like a full rest day, just get my 10,000 steps in, and that's it. Okay. So step number one is how to fix this is, again, replace motivation, have those systems in place. Number two is train like an adult, not like you're an athlete. And then let's go on to number three, which is make your life the sport. Be fit for life. Like, that's what we're going for now. Make life your sport. You still get to be competitive. Like, I still lift and go try to have PRs, or I still try to like push myself in my lifts. I go and push myself in my boxing, and it's still like I post myself selfies like I'm flex, like my flex photos, like do that stuff. Like, you can be, that's you just being competitive. Go do competitions if you want to, Spartan races, high rocks, whatever it is, if you want to, or just go live for fun and just to do it for yourself. That's fine too. I don't do any competitions. And then like you can still chase performance. Like, that's what I do. Like, I don't have any like particular or specific competitions. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want to do a photo shoot. I don't want to do any competitions, like nothing. I just want to feel good, move well. Like, that's my goal. Look good, feel good, move well, and look good doing it. That's basically it. And then the scoreboard just, it just looks different now. Our scoreboard now is for life. Like, don't try to go try to win a national championship. Like, that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to be healthy and fit for life, right? So, I mean, that's what my goal is. And that's what I help other former athletes do, is just make their life, health, and confidence. Like, that's the sport. That's what they are trying to improve every single day, not trying to go win a game, not trying to be the best or the most elite like that. I mean, you don't have to do that anymore. Like, you can just focus on being fit for your life, for your family, for your career. Because whenever, I'm a big believer that when you elevate your health and fitness, it's going to elevate every other area of your life, including your relationships and then your career. If you're a former athlete who just misses feeling strong, confident, and in control of your body, like, this is exactly the type of person that I coach. People that were just like me. I've been in your shoes. I know exactly what it takes to go from being an elite athlete to then having nothing. Like, I know what that feels like, and I know what it feels like to have that identity shift and then having to find it back. And it's tough. It's challenging. And then thinking that, you have to still train this way, eat this way, be this person, when life is completely different now. So if that's you and you miss feeling strong and you're not confident like you were, you don't feel like you're in control of your body more, like, then that's exactly who I coach. And so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And then I'm also curious what sports everybody plays. So go drop it in the comments.